This is Jason, Portland Psychedelic Society. We're on YouTube. We're on some other locations. We'll tell you where in a second. If you're seeing us, don't be surprised. You're supposed to be seeing us there. That's where we're at. We're here today with Oyi Sun, organizer of the Detroit Psychedelic Conference 2020, a live event happening in about 2 weeks in Detroit, Michigan. It is a psychedelic conference. There's going to be a number of speakers at this conference. We're going to learn all about it today. There is some websites up for this conference that you might have looked at that schedule. That schedule is out of date. So what you're going to learn on this conference, on this call, is everything that's happening at the Detroit Psychedelic Conference 2020, right from the organizer's mouth, so we know what to expect when we get there, and we're not relying on a website to tell us about it that was published a few months ago. So that's my objectives on the call, and I'm going to pass it off to Oyi Sun, and he will tell us where else we are and introduce himself.
Man, I appreciate it. My name is Oyi Sun, Team Charles. I'm down in Atlanta, Georgia. And man, we just really want to honor Baba Kalinde for what he brought to the entheogenic community overall, internationally, around the world, everywhere. And I always got to give a big shout out to his woman, Mama Ayana, who has been instrumental in saying we're going to press on, like no matter what, whatever the pandemic or whatever, or all these things. Her husband transitioned, and she still said, we got to make this thing happen, and we got to give it to the people. So, like, to me, she's like the backbone. She's the spirit of this whole thing, and I just want everybody to come out. She has brilliantly laid out some of the most dynamic speakers. She was able to reach out to everyone and just give me all the little things that I needed to, like, work to pull this off. And, like, we're going to have good weather. We're COVID compliant. We got tickets over at the KINetwork.com. And today, man, I just brought in just a couple of the speakers. I sent invitations out to everyone so we can hold up to 10 people. So right now we got room for 2 more folks. And like, it's just all over the place, man. You got Ankan Karu. He's going to be doing talking about Detroit, the city, and Stargate, and Magicianal Explorer is going to be coming on, dropping in on like the Grow class. And then Mama Ayana is going to be talking about magic, just magic, just like Kalinde said we needed more sorcerers. Well, let me ask his wife, what he talking about? What are you talking about? We need more sorcerers. So let's go to somebody who, was having those type of conversations. And then we also got Dr. K in the building. And she's going to be bringing some heat as well. So that's the crew that we got here today, brother. We'll pass it back to you and say thank you for all you've done in the Portland psychedelic community and supporting us to make this dream come true.
Okay, excellent. Can we figure out a way to mute the microphones? I'm hearing a lot of people taking notes, which is awesome, but I think it's coming over the feed. Okay, that was good.
Yes.
And then I would say thank you for that. I would want to also acknowledge the other 2 people on the call, and that is Josie Wallace and Delara. They are volunteers with the Portland Psychedelic Society. They are working on a podcast for the Portland Psychedelic Society, which will be coming out sometime next month.
Ooh.
And yeah, they're doing a stellar job at that. And the first episode is the content of Kalinde Iyi's conference at the 2019 Psychedelic Conference that happened in Portland. So,
do they have room for like maybe an astrologer or a tarot reader to like do an article too? Could we get in on some of the fun?
Oh, we can definitely make room. We'll make room for that.
Yes.
Definitely. We're looking to make new content soon, and it's, we have so many different topics we want to talk about. Let's get in touch.
Absolutely. Well, y'all got one of the best tarot readers, period, on here too. Like, so we got some goodies for you. Where you want to start with, Jason?
So I thought, I just want to acknowledge I took the attention away from Mother Ayana, and I wanted to put the spotlight back there and start with where we said this all came from and ask you to introduce yourself and talk about the conference a little bit.
Well, wholeness and high vibrations to the family, to my psychonaut family. And Big shout out to Oye, who is a major player in this event that we're having. So giving thanks for that. But yes, Kalindi had been looking forward to this conference, and he knew that this was going to be the big one. The third one, the word had got out, and we were excited, and everybody was up and rearing to go. And after he made his ascension, the excitement didn't die. It almost like it doubled, it tripled. Like, you know, you have to move forward with this because there is a lot of information that has to be gotten out. And so with that energy, we all felt it. It's not, I wasn't the only one. It's just that I consulted him in spirit world, and he said, go for it, honey. You know, and he said, and I got you. I got your back. So here we are today at this moment, and we're moving forward with that energy, and we're going to ride. We're going to ride it. We're going to ride it, you know, with information for everybody and all of the diversity that's a part of this conference. We're going to be able to blend that energy and really make this not no longer a sleeping giant, but to just awaken this energy to the point where it's just not, it's going to be unstoppable. So moving forward from this point on, with all of the psychedelic groups that are out there, becoming one big family, I think we're going to take over the world. What can I say here? So, yeah.
I think you're right on. Thank you for introducing yourself. Is it Acacia, AK?
Yes, peace.
Would you like to introduce yourself and talk about a little bit what you're going to be a part of at the conference?
Woo.
Absolutely. My name's Acacia. I've been working with the mushroom since I was a teenager, and I'm going to be just sharing a little bit of some of my experiences. But more so, I'm really looking forward to sharing to the melting pot of diversity that Baba Kalindi has so graciously opened so many doors for people like myself to be able to share. And I want to give thanks to Mama Ayana and give thanks to Baba Kalindi for the opportunity to share in the work. I go in at a higher range of dosage, more like the indigenous dose of mushrooms, anywhere from 10 and up, all the way to 20. And I've capped out around 25. I've gone all the way up to 30, but I've capped out comfort-wise around 25. And I would like to share how to expand quantum awareness. That's what I'll be speaking about.
Excellent. Okay, so we got the written word here on the screen, available to everyone at thekinetwork.com. So you can go there and read about Acacia more. And, you know, I want to introduce everybody else. I want to, you know, just acknowledge somebody early question was, what is a psychedelic conference? So let's start there and say, you've heard from a few of us now, a few and maybe upwards of 20 more such individuals are going to be speaking about psychedelics and technology in Detroit, Michigan, on August 7th and 8th. Is that correct, Oye?
Yes, 6th, 7th, and 8th. 6th, we're having the mixer and just setting intentions, libations. But we're going to have libations, the opening libations on Friday. But yeah, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Memorial is going to be the 9th for Baba Kalindi.
Okay. And I, in our new way we're framed, I can't see people's name, but I believe it was Ankara.
Yeah, you got it right. Ankara Akiru.
Ankara.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah. You as well, brother. Thank you so much for having us on your show and you know, sharing the message about what this conference is and you know, as far as my connection with the conference and my background in Entheogens. I grew up in the state of Florida, and as a teenager, you know, we had access to the cow fields and things out there. And so at a very, you know, early age, I connected with the spirit of the mushrooms and realized that there was something, you know, it was a teacher for me, and that I had a lot to learn from this specific fungus. And so I really deepened my connection with it by working with it, you know, in my earlier years. And then that experience expanding into working with indigenous people and sitting with the Native American church with peyote, and also sitting with the ayahuasca plant as well. And so I have a diverse background in psychedelics and entheogens. And I was invited to come out and make a presentation in 2018 at the Detroit Psychedelic conference, and this is where I kind of initially linked up with our crew here, and connected with Baba Kalindi. And this whole event is about honoring his life and his work. And Baba Kalindi was just so ahead of his time in what he was bringing forward, for us, not only in the psychedelics, but in the ancient traditions of African martial arts, and really combining those and pairing those, as well as crystals and minerals, combining martial arts, minerals, and mushrooms to deepen our scope of experience and the places that we can reach and then map out within this experience. So I'm just really grateful to be here and to be coming out. My presentation will be on the ancestral earth grids, the earth mounds that are in Detroit, and then connecting that with the Detroit Stargate and modern archaeology and things that they've set in place, like in specific grid ley lines there in Detroit. So, we'll look at how that is connected to ancestral communications, and how we can kind of really utilize these tools like crystals and entheogens to connect with these ancestral spirits, and to gain a deeper insight as to how to move forward and how to evolve and progress our culture and our society for the betterment of our children and our humanity. So thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you. That was very insightful. I'm listening to it and also double reading the notes as Delara types them, and just I'm blown away by the words. So that is something really to look forward to, and I can't wait to meet you in person. Amsu, let's hear from you. What can we hear an introduction and what you are going to be up to at the conference?
Oh, yes. Okay. Outstanding. Thank you, Jason. I'm Amsu Bayel, and I'm here at Sustaining Life Wellness Center. And initially, I came from another tradition, even though I had known about Baba Kalindi going back to the early 90s through another associate brother that I had worked with. And a couple years ago, I was fortunate enough to travel to Oaxaca with him and several other people that are on the platform today. And it's excellent for us to be able to carry on the working tradition, because Baba Kalindi, he did this work, and it allowed many of us to have exposure. I know for me it was about the exposure. So coming out of the tradition of energetic medicine, Asian medicine, Chinese medicine, therapeutic science, and things of those works around the energetic centers of the body, not and being in it for a number of years, but not having or been exposed to the entheogens aspect of it. Many herbs, many forms of herbs, but finding out exactly how these pathways emerged, the way in which they can be used, and how we can go forward today by making use of the mushrooms and other entheogens as it comes to our development, and creating more technology so that we can get better and better. So that's what I'm looking to bring, the connection between the psyche, the soma, and the emergence of the 5 element meridians.
Excited to
Thank you.
Thank you. Great to meet you. I'm excited to meet you in person soon and to film you. This is going to be amazing. That's amazing topics.
Jason, I just want to say, like, on the low, that's the big homie that brought me in onto the mushroom entheogenic game. And like, he's my personal, like, he's super humble. So he's not going to tell you about the 15 years, 20 years of Chinese medicine, the needles. He's bringing needles for everybody. So you acupuncture for the ears. He's going to have his table. You getting it, whatever. And the accugraph machine. He's got a machine that like reads the chi energy all through your like body, your kidney levels, the Ida Pingala Shumshumna. He like hits all these meridian points. It's like his table, the line is gonna be like this at his table, and then plus he's got the class too. Like, it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, y'all definitely want to come through, get your tickets now, hurry up. Like, that's a big one right there. Just want to just put that out. There's some more big ones too now. AK is a big one too. She was real honest with hers too. I'm sorry, I just gotta come and just be like that's like the doctor. That's like that's her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she not no she's for real. She's not the Loch Ness monster or Bigfoot. She's the Bigfoot Loch Ness monster killer. She goes and finds Bigfoot. She goes and communes with the Loch Ness monster and comes back and was like, yeah, so how y'all doing? You know, I'll just, let's get some tofu burgers or something. I know. Oh, the Loch Ness monster, well, he was from such and such galaxy. Y'all gonna get all of that. Y'all gonna get all of that. That's why I want everything captured. I told my peoples last night, I said, if two speakers are talking by the bathroom, turn the camera on. That's gonna be a conference right in itself. Like, what? Mama Ayana and Acacia talking. Look at the camera on. They don't talk about as the world turns. I don't care. Cut the camera on. All right, that's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. I had to jump in there.
All good. No, we need to learn these details. Exactly. That's why, I'm like happy to nurse this along, but this is what I want to come out. Everything like that. Tell me about that table. Is that table open Thursday through Sunday, or what's the deal on that? That's what I want to know.
Oh, the table's open. Oh, Dr. Amsu, tell him what I asked you when I told you about the table.
Give me an update. Give me a local update. It's been a busy day.
No, I asked. I said,
so yeah, but ultimately, he told me that I needed to have he told me to bring my big table. Oh yeah, we have enough needles. We have enough needles. We have the accugraph, and so we look to be able to provide some, some services if necessary, for those who want that.
Okay, thank you for that's awesome. I had no idea there was going to be that level of service to acupuncture there. And there was one last person to introduce, and that was the Magicianal Explorer. And like a true magician, he has disappeared and reappeared on call. And so, Magicianal Explorer, if you'd like, it's your time to introduce yourself and talk about what your role is with the conference.
Peace, everybody. Thank you for having me on. Thank you, Jason, for broadcasting this and capturing all of our faces here so we could explain further what's going on. And thank you to Baba Kalinde. Thank you, Mama Ayana. Thank you to the whole EE family for being and encouraging all of us move forward. And a bit about myself. I been and
we're losing your audio.
Oh, this hurts.
And like many young people.
You're gonna have to let me text him and tell him to start over.
All right. Yep. Let's move on. Can we just mute him for now?
Yeah.
And just because it's kind of just like dead air. I don't know how many people are live streaming us or will be watching this back, but I sure a couple hundred who are interested in coming to this Detroit Psychedelic Conference. So I want to kind of just draw it back into the conference at a whole, and it's happening at Bushnell Congregational Church Have you guys been to this church? Can people tell us about this church that it's happening at? Oh,
Phenomenal building. Okay, can't hear me?
Yes, start over, say it again.
Okay, the Bushnell Congressional Church is an absolutely phenomenal building. It is the perfect spot to have a psychedelic conference in. We've got a number of breakout rooms. It's a very old building, so the spirit energy is very profound and pronounced. If you're into that type of thing, they will reach out and touch you, so you just kind of got to feel and go with the groove. We'd like to continue to use this building for any future events that we may have. So once you're there, you're going to be able to explore. You might even get lost in there. So just pay attention to the signs. But it's a wonderful space to be having this conference in. And I give thanks to those who are allowing us to do so. Okay, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Oyi.
Absolutely.
Yep. So this is giving us an idea of what that's going to look like. One key word that came up there for me was breakout rooms. And on my private conversation with Oyi, he was telling me about all sorts of stuff that was going to be happening and all in the rooms, including a 24/7 stream of information from Kalindi, past conferences, podcasts, etc., and many other things. So maybe it'd be a good time to break into some of these breakout rooms that we will be exploring.
Well, yes, the conference, the lectures and workshops are definitely going to run concurrent. So we're going to be having at least 4 at a time happening until we gather together in the main room for a plenary session. So many different speakers are coming on board. I myself may possibly speak on what I've spoken on before in other countries, and that's generally about witchcraft and psychedelics, or psychedelics and death, and just trying to explore the other realms or the outer realms. I tend to go to those places when I am journeying, which is between life and death. It's where I hover at when I go inside. So I'd like to express a little bit more about my journeys via witchcraft. And of course, the 5th dimension, which is what I call home, and where most of us go when we leave this place, unless we've ascended as too high, like Baba Kalindi. He's much higher than the 5th dimension, that's for sure. So these are some of the things that you'll be hearing about. You'll be hearing about pregnancy and entheogens, where we are giving the mothers who are with child 3 to 4 grams, sometimes up to 6, while they are carrying the babies. And we call these our mushroom babies. I actually have one here. Her name is Amor, and she is 5 years old, and she is absolutely phenomenal because her mother did ingest when she was in utero. We're going to be talking about the women who are giving birth while on mushrooms, and those who are breastfeeding while on mushrooms. So there's going to be a lot of information for the women in reference to childbearing and moving forward with that, creating a whole new generation of babies. That's for sure. We got to change this stuff around. And I believe that this is the method in which it will happen. So you got to come on out to get all of this information. This is just a little tidbit here.
This is just a little tidbit. I just want to come behind Mama Ayang just for a second. You're going to be like, who do I go to? What do I go to? Like, let me stop you. I am having some difficulties with my audio. Okay. It's really hard to hear you guys. I've been, messing with my phone trying to get it going. So I'm just letting you know when I move the phone up like this, I'm trying to hear you. Okay. Okay, that's cool. We can hear you good. You're clear. Your microphone's working fine. You're doing good. Okay. So I just wanted to add that like we have like so many breakout rooms, but we're probably having like 4 teachers at one time. So you come in, you have these 4 options to go to, downstairs, upstairs, and then we're also going to have something called the Tamarian room. Now the Tamarian room is just going to be open for kicking it, but it's going to be like a lot of Baba Kalinde's long students, his martial arts students, his mycology students in Detroit who have been around him are going to be in that room. And so you could just go in there and just, find out about the Tamarian Institute's history from people, like Detroit is very grassroots, and I feel this conference It's going to be very grassroots. But then when it's time to go back to the speakers, you're just going to be blown away, man. Just everything you're going to be like, did you film that? Did you get that? I'm going to need to get a copy of that. Like, everything's probably going to have to get transcribed into some kind of big, humongous book like this right here. So, yeah, that's going to be amazing.
Righteous. So, yeah. So, thank you for sharing that about some of those rooms. Can we talk about some other parts of the premises that people can like kick it at? I meant, no, you said there's a big outdoor area. People might even be able to set up a tent. Is that possible?
Definitely possible. We're going to have our own tent set up for those who would like to do their lectures outside, but also just to kind of chill and hang out with others and just commune. It's a very large space. It's very pretty. Well, pretty is the word I would use. It's just very nice and comfortable. And the vendors can hang out there if they like to do so. So it's just very large grounds. So and you could set up a tent if you'd like to do that. If you'd like to bring your own tent and just kind of hang out outside, that would be fine. Absolutely.
Excellent. Can we talk about some of the vendors, Ayana?
Well, I'm going to let Oyi take that one.
Okay.
We need some vendors. Like, we've been working on speakers and scheduling and getting the place and making sure we're COVID compliant. Like, guess what, vendors? Come on. Like, tonight you can go to www.thekinetwork.com and you'll be able to send in your admission for vendors. So tell us your name, tell us like what you're bringing, and then we'll get back to you. We're not going to just put a PayPal up there and say just pay for vending. Like, we want to see who you are, then let Mama Ayana okay it, and then we get back to you and say, "Set out, come on." But we want vendors. We got lots of space for vendors, man. This is a big opportunity for the city of Detroit. But if you're in Portland or Chicago or Florida or anywhere and you want to come and set up a table, this is your opportunity. I know the Cannabis Fairy will be there. I want to talk about it. The Cannabis Fairy will be in the building. I'm going to just say that. She's thinking and she has the table. So the Cannabis Fairy, just go look up the Cannabis Fairy, will be in the building.
Yeah, we got into that a little bit on the previous live stream. She sets little Easter eggs around the city of Atlanta and gives away free weed and posts pictures on Instagram with clues of where the weed can be found. And then people find it for following her on Instagram and knowing their city.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I look forward to that myself.
Right.
I wanted to just kind of touch base on the COVID compliant energy. I want those to be aware that are coming that we will be taking temperatures at the door. You will be supplied with masks and also hand sanitizers in your package. And just keeping in mind that, be intelligent in terms of how we will be with one another. I will not be walking around as the police so that you could put on your mask. That won't be me. But I just want to keep in mind that it is a compliance situation and we do have to follow some rules here. So temperatures will be taken, hand sanitizer will be available, your mask will be there. You could, of course, have your own, but we will be giving those out as well.
Excellent. And just, we don't want to talk too much about COVID, but we do also have thought about miking all of the speakers, and we've got individual lapel mics for everybody so that no one will have to share. And we're developing a little bit of a system for my volunteers so that they can, if they have to take it back, they can wipe down before they touch it or whatever, so that they don't have to. We're figuring that all out, but we're going to have that for everybody so that safety is met.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So tell me more. Okay, so we arrive at the conference. We know what that church looks like. How many people do we think are going to be there day one? Or, let's just talk about how many people. What are we summoning here?
Oh, I'm summoning at least, I got to summon 200 people. I got to summon 200 people. Mama, he said, how many people do we want to come?
Well, 200 is a nice round number, but let's go for 3. I checked the temperature of people prior to us pushing this forward. And I say, hey, with everything that's going on this planet right now, are you guys still wanting to do this? Because if you don't, I certainly do understand. I got nothing but yays and affirmations. Let's do it, mama. Let's go forward. So it was that energy that we're moving on as well. So with that type of energy, like I said, it's energetically picking up. People are steady buying tickets every day, you know, so we're moving towards that 200 mark. That's for sure. And the vendors, you better get in while you can, because the tables are going to be going fast, you know, especially if you're coming from out of town. You know, we do have tables that you can reserve, so you won't have to be bothered with that whole thing. So get with us as soon as possible. You haven't been working all year. This is the spot to come and work at. I promise you.
Yes, for certain. This is going to be, it's going to be the networking event of the year for the entheogenic community. That's all I can say. This is going to be the place. Listen, what is that? Delara and Josie. There's no other live psychedelic conference in 2020. Like, we're the only, we'll go down in history. There was a February 29th, the only February 29th. There'll be no other. Kalinde taught his last he taught the Atlanta Mushroom Growth mycology class on the 29th. So our anniversary is 4 years from now for a 1 year anniversary, and we're having the Detroit Psychedelic Conference, and nobody else is having one in the world. I think
yeah, it's truly a special occasion. It is literally the only thing happening in the whole world. And if you want to be part of it, you know, you got to get a flight, the cheapest that they've ever been, the clearest the airports have ever been. I found all my flights $50.
Awesome.
So yeah, I found it really available. People are sharing rooms. I'm hearing about the one. So that's real inspiring. So I wanted to ask you, so we get in there day one, you know, you said there's no one speaking day one. Let's talk about day one. We're going to have, are we getting lanyards? How are we checking in? Are we just checking names?
The door is going to run very smoothly, because again, at that spot is where you will get your temperature check. You will register. You will have your badge already at the door based on the fact that you have paid, so that your name will already be at the door. The greeters will be there to usher you in. Now, let's just give for an example here in terms of a temperature check. Say you coming from outside and it's like 90 degrees, and the reader says 100.4. No big deal. I'm just going to have you sit down for about 5, maybe 10 minutes, cool off, take that temperature again, you come on in. But yes, your name will be there, your program book will be there, your guide will be there, your information, any questions that you may have at that time can be answered by the people that are going to be on the door. So when I talk about flow and smooth, once you enter in, that's how it's going to be for the rest of the day. It's moving smoothly through that door and into the conference, where then you will be greeted by a table where you can get refreshments. You will meet the presenters, chop it up with them for a little while. New friends, old friends, friends that you'll have forever, you will meet at this conference. So yeah, it's the first day is always cool. Well, the whole conference is cool, but the first day, when we're just blending energies and getting to know one another, you'd be surprised at how those relationships last. So we're really looking forward to that.
Excellent. And I want to draw back one more time. Have we talked about the title of the conference? Are you guys sticking with the title?
Oh, absolutely. I found that title in Baba Kalinde's notes, and that's why I rode with that title. He had wrote that down, and that was it. I didn't see anything different. I feel like it is just, very pertinent for today, what we're going with, entheogens, in urban environments, journey into the mysteries.
There it is. Right. Okay. Yeah. Entheogens in urban environments, a journey into the mysteries. The Detroit Psychedelic Conference 2020, or the 2020 Detroit Psychedelic Conference. But okay. And this website is thekinetwork.com. There is an old website that says Detroit Psychedelic Conference 2020. It looks similar. But that one was assembled by Kalinde, and they don't have the ability to take that down. So the appropriate website is this one, thekinetwork.com. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, this whole video. So that is awesome. Day one. So what are the intentions for this meeting? The day one. I heard somebody would be giving intentions. Can we talk about that?
Intentions is just like setting the vibration. You know what I'm saying? Setting the vibration of like, we want open-mindedness, we want mycelium growth, we want connection, we want love, we want stories, you know, we want all of these high intentions that we set. A lot of times, it's just like Baba was saying, when you're taking your first 5 grams or 7 grams or 9 grams, you would take your mushrooms and set them on your altar first. And then you would bring your mushrooms back and just sit with your mushrooms and just set your intentions of, you know, something that you wanted to discover in your journey. So this journey that we're all coming in together, you know, this is going to be one long trip. It's going to be from Thursday. For me, it'll probably be to Wednesday, because I can tend to get emotional. You know what I mean? And so like I'm grown. So hey, if I have to do that, but yes, it's gonna be just like setting our intentions for the week, to like letting people be introduced to the speakers. I probably would do a nice icebreaker. So I love the kind of icebreakers I do, where I'm thinking about separating the room and then y'all come and meet somebody and then go back and tell the person you were saying something about, you know, this crisscross it, where we really have to interconnect. And one of our intentions is that the KI network continues to spread after the conference. We don't want to just be like, oh, they had a great conference and then we forgot about what Kalinde's been teaching for over 20 years. Absolutely not. Our intentions are to, like Mama just said, form relationships that are now built for a lifetime, and then also interject. We knew Baba Kalinde did a speak at the Breaking Convention on inclusion and diversity. That's very important, that the community that needs healing from the entheogens are able to also see somebody that looks just like them. You see what I'm saying? So not that the ice over there is colder than this ice, but that's just how culture has been for years. And Baba kicked that door open so he could say, yo, I'm a black man, I know about this mycology, and here's the science. And one thing he didn't say was, these are my students. But you're about to see now, you're gonna be like, whoa, like he's correlated, man. And so that's kind of the intentions that we want to set moving forward.
Excellent. That's a good piece about intentions. Ayana, did you want to share about intention?
Well, it has always been our intent to explore what, you know, your own consciousness. The intent is also to bring about an awareness that we have to come together and decriminalize nature, because how can you tell me that it's against the law to explore my own consciousness through the use of plants? I mean, come on, y'all. You know, I know y'all got all of this power and control, but this is where you just got to get off the bus at. So, right. You know, our intentions is to break that open, which is where Baba was headed with this thing, which is why the grow classes were very prevalent in the urban environments, so that we could be more than what we are, so that we won't have to, not so much as saying not follow the rules, we understand the rules, but so that we can live our lives freely and comfortably and in our own homes and do as we please without hurting anybody. So our intent is to show that nature is, there's nothing criminal about it. And we're going to come together as a group and we're going to make this happen across the country. You know, it's happening already. The movement is on. And that's the biggest point that I like to get across, is to decriminalize nature.
Excellent. Yes. And I know that there's going to be more to talk on that. And I do want to bring that back up. But right now, I want to say that my volunteers over here, I didn't mean to use that word. My volunteers over here are taking notes. And I just wanted to make sure that, since they have been the observers, that if they had anything to add at this point, and I want to do Colin Delara.
Come on. on, Laura.
Sorry, let me unmute myself. Everything is sounding super amazing. And I have 2 questions that I've seen from the audience comments that I just want to bring up because they're about vendors, and I think that's important. And so a few people are asking what kind of vendors are ideal, and if there is a cost to vend, what is it? So yeah, that's definitely something that the audience is asking if anyone wants to answer.
The vendors for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be $225. If you decide to just come on Saturday and Friday, that will be $175. We encourage you to do 3 days because that first day, again, the community gets to come in and hang out and check out your wares and see what you have going on. So, and it won't be anything, we'll just be mixing. So you have time to shop as opposed to being in lecture and then coming to shop. What was the second part of the question was?
The second part was what kind of vendors are ideal? Like what type of vendors are you guys looking for?
Acacia? You want to speak on that? Your crystals and,
Yes, of course. Part of what I'll be talking about is the different ancient technologies. So technology is interesting. I'm a collector and procurer of special technologies from all sorts of civilizations, the Vedic civilizations, ancient Buddhist texts, Shinto art, African art, Asian art, and all of these technologies seem to be inexplicitly linked to entheogenic use over thousands of years. We have evidence in all sorts of thenkas and ancient friezes and statues and whatnot. So with that said, I guess if it correlates to the entheogen, if it's spiritually based, if it comes from your own sacred system, you're ideal. If it's something that is a tool that's used for sojourning, like incense or sacramental, different sacrament offerings for your altar, like copal or frankincense or crystals, crystal technology, fortified agate, quartz crystals, whatever it is that you find is an ally to you that's related to psychedelic work. I think that's safe to say. If it's your art, if it's your literature, if it's the crystalline ancient technology that you use, if it's a dream catcher, if it's related to your heritage, and it's something that you offer culturally relevant to psychedelic experiences, or simply just to holding space in general, I think that's appropriate. Is that all right, Mama Yana?
That's awesome. And Ankara, I know you're going to step in here because his work is just phenomenal. Ankara?
He just went off.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. He's been on here the whole time too,
Right. Another person who's been with us I'd like to reintroduce is the Magicianal Explorer. Do you want to go ahead and check your connection again?
Peace, everybody. Can you hear me?
Peace. I hear you very well now. Yes. Would you like to give us an introduction and talk about, your psychedelics and technology? And
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you again, Jason, for allowing us to come on here and broadcast and introduce ourselves in the name of Baba Kalinde EE. Thank you, Mama Ayana. Thank you to the entire EE family for being. So I was invited to the conference to do a grow class, and I'll also be talking about my personal experiences with the magic mushroom and how I have a connection with Baba Kalinde. So yeah, it's probably not going to be as in depth as Acacia's, but I'm more than happy to bring this technology to everyone else so they can elaborate on themselves. They can explore their own consciousness, teach people how to fish, so to speak. So that's what I want for people, is to be sovereign in the cultivation of their own mushrooms, as Baba Kalinde wanted for everyone else. So there's many people out there that have the abilities to go into these realms and pull out different things and so on and so forth. So I'm really looking forward to coming out and speaking and showing a little bit more of myself. But I discovered Baba Kalinde after moving back from Colorado. It was about 4 years ago. You know, I was out there, you know, just like many people wanted to get into the cannabis scene. And for me, I had always wanted to better myself. Every day I was trying to better myself a little bit more. And I had reached a plateau. And fortunately, I had ran into a buddy of mine who coincidentally was from the same hometown as I was. And before I moved back to where I'm from, I had a conversation with him, and he mentioned that he was more interested in the fungi than cannabis growth. And I wasn't ready to hear that statement. But it gave me something to think about. And but then I ended up just exploring YouTube and finding different cultivators there, and ultimately went on what some people might call the shaman's path, go alone into the woods. You know, I didn't really feel like I could contribute much to anyone if I didn't know myself. And I ended up getting myself into, some might say, a tight spot. You know, a lot of people are saying, "Oh man, you're losing it. You're out there. You know, you're not the same." And so I went looking for someone that was the same. And that's when I found Baba Kalinde on YouTube. And I like to think that he saved my life. And so, yeah, that's just where I stand. I honor him. And as I move forward, yeah, I'll always be thinking of him, always. He's always going to be in my heart. So.
Thank you for sharing. I look forward to meeting you in person as well. Yeah, so I just want to remind everyone again, you know, this is happening live. We got a feedback issue. Okay, we're good. I just want to remind everybody out there who's watching, this is happening live. There is no live stream of what all we're talking about. You're going to have to come and embrace the psychedelic society or the psychedelic community in person and have one of these. And the only amazing conference that's going to happen this year is only going to be in person. Videos, we're going to try to do the best that we can, but it's not fully solved. So, you know, you're going to have to get there, get to Detroit, be part of this. You're not going to want to miss this one because, you know, there's not going to be a second conference for you to go to in August or September, October, November, December, January. So come out and support this one. This is the best thing. So I wanted to bring it back to Decrim because I know that there's going to be panels as well as all these great talks. There's going to be panels, and one of them is going to be featuring decriminalized nature. Who knows more about that?
I've spoken with a couple of. It's just amazing that all of Decrim Nature is going to be there. Mama Ayana introduced me to the folks, the good folks at Decrim Erie, Decrim Ann Arbor. I've talked to Larry from Decrim Oakland. Baba Mudu, who's also going to be speaking, is a big Decrim man, and we are going to be having a panel discussion at 2:30 on Saturday. 2:30 on Saturday is going to be a Decrim panel, and I was talking to Larry. They have no, that's right. It has to be on Saturday because we had a schedule conflict on Friday. So yeah, there's going to be a big panel discussion on Saturday.
Do you know who's going to be part of that?
Me?
Yeah. Do you know who's going to be part of the panel?
Mama Ayana?
Well, personally, their names. Is that what you're asking for? I just know that.
What known information you have that we can tell people about?
Maybe I need to get more information there. Decrim Ann Arbor, of course, will be on board, and of course Oakland. But the names, I mean, there's Julie and there's Larry and there. No, I don't have a lot of names. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
These will be folks that I'll be meeting for the first time, other than a few. So I'm just as excited as everybody else to hear about what's going to be going on and what we can do collectively to change the paradigm.
Oh yeah. So, but yeah, so maybe we don't know who's on the panel, but do we have a list of known speakers? Is the website complete? is there more people speaking than are listed on the website?
Oh, so I just pulled this up for you. I'm adding them now. So this is who's going to be on the panel from Decrim, Plant Power to People. This is Seasway Andrew from gotta mute somebody. Okay, so he's from Decrim Nature Oakland, and he's going to be on the panel, and he's going to be teaching a breakout class. And Beyond Warfare, Speaking to the Light, Carlos Plazola. He's chair of Decrim Nature. He's going to be on the panel, and he's going to be speaking. I'm putting all of this on the site today. That's a lot. And then here's Entheogenic Integration, What's in a Word, a review of terminology in a field of ineffability. Dr. Larry Norris, who is also helping us out behind the scenes with a lot of big stuff too. Well, just some moving parts that we needed help with. Larry is also available. He's going to be on the panel. And then for the speakers, we have Baba Mudu is going to be speaking. Acacia, of course, is going to be speaking. KT, the Arts Degree, really big following on Instagram, and this is one of Dr. Sabi's godsons or nephews, something like that. But he was he's been around Dr. Sabi and taking mushrooms like before the womb. So he's like a grown-up mushroom man. He's definitely not a baby anymore. He's a full-grown Scorpio. Sophia Bugs is going to be coming in and doing something amazing. I forgot what her topic is: urban witch talk of plants as medicine and the transformational power of flower essence. I just want to pause for a second and just let this one topic be an example of what I'm saying you're gonna miss if you don't come to the conference. Remember I said you're gonna be like arguing like, well, do I go over here to the acupuncture and entheogens, or do I go to the urban witch talk of plants and the transformational power of flower essence? Or I got Darren Lebaron coming in on Friday, I think. Yes, he's coming in on Friday. We're zooming him in from the UK. He was super instrumental in supporting Baba Kalinde and his trip, spreading his message all across Europe. So Baba and Mama Ayana would come to the UK, and then Darren would just make sure they would just go through the European circuit, just making sure that the Kalinde's teachings were just spreading all over. Affectionately, we call Brother Abdul Dooley Wilkins. We call him Dooley for short. He's doing a 5 MEO, 5 MEO and spontaneity or something like that. Spirit Traveler is going to be coming in. I can't think of what her topic is. Brother Omari L. I just keep hearing about him and how he's at the dynamic speaker. He's going to be closing it out for us on Saturday. Mudu's going to be taking us out on Friday, and Omari is going to be taking us out on Saturday. Y'all have already heard from Ankaru. He's going to be coming in, dropping it like it's hot. There's the Cannabis Fairy. She's going to be in the building. And I'm still trying to get in contact with Onyx. I have not. Baba Kalinde made this site. He put Onyx on it. I'm not taking Onyx off until the last minute because I have faith that I can find Onyx. This guy, you just type in this name. I'm just going to post this in the chat.
Someone find him.
Oh my. If somebody can find this guy, I have a secret surprise for you. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have a secret surprise for you. If anybody can find this brother and let him know that Kalinde wanted him at the conference, and of course, there's Baba right there. But it was just crazy because like Baba made this whole site. We just like were able to clone it and then add some people. But Onyx has been there since the beginning when he made the site. I think back in January. So yeah, and then I haven't even added Tellus. Tellus is like a big time shaman down here in Atlanta. So yeah, man, like Sunday is the cutoff day for speakers. But and I forgot, Paul Stanton says he's coming. Excuse me.
Oh, awesome.
Let me shoot over. Let's shoot over to Instagram and see if But so Paul Stamets is going to be coming in on Saturday.
He's going to be in person?
No, he's not going to be in person. He's going to be he's just going to come in on a Zoom.
Okay.
Right. So I guess our flyer will be next after this one. So this one is Beyond Borders, a live streaming event. But I talked to his social media person today, and he was like, Paul says we can use his Instagram. So go follow Paul Stamets. He doesn't have enough followers, and you're about to see why the Detroit Psychedelic Conference is the only place to be. He's something like he's stuck up in Canada, so he can't get out of Canada right now. So we're just going to bring him in live. We're going to stream him in. We're streaming Darren in. Like, it's getting ready to get crazy.
Okay. I like that. So I'm good that we talked about that Stamets said yes. Let's talk about one other person to the dream team. Maybe since we're on YouTube right now, we could appeal to that individual right now because he also has a YouTube channel. Big supporter of the community.
Who's that?
You know who it is. Iron Mike.
Man, listen, we really, if anybody can get in contact with Iron Mike Tyson, we have a special something for you too. I don't know what it is, but if anybody can get in contact with Iron Mike and let him know that he is invited, and he can just come through. He doesn't have to speak, but we do know about him and the Toad, Dr. Jerry, Mike Tyson. Hot boxing should be the first video. Yes.
Yep.
I think this was like.
I love the Toad.
So we do have Jerry coming in.
Jerry's gonna be there.
Laura's just blasting.
Jerry's gonna be.
Yeah, really? Yeah, man.
What's his last name?
This is Dr. Jerry. It's like Jerry has a long. I'm not trying to be funny, but Jerry's Mexican and he got like 3 or 4 names at the end. It's like. If you type in Dr. Jerry Toad,
yeah,
you will not have to worry about finding him. And it's with a G.
I got you.
Jerry was very instrumental on my entheogenic path. I was introduced to him by Kalinde. Actually, Jerry and Baba were in Mexico with Fruit of the Gods, and Dr. Amsu told me I needed to meet Jerry and take Kalinde's grow class. That's how this whole thing started. He was like, we got to grow our own mushrooms and you need to see the Toad Man. I was like, hold it. What are you talking about? That's illegal. That's illegal. We can't do that. And since then, I have been in 147 ceremonies with Jerry. I've experienced 2 personal ceremonies with 5-MeO-DMT. Baba had wanted me to talk about my travels through Mexico with Dr. Jerry and my entheogen experience. I want to put all of that with astrology because it's really a timeline, the way my story goes. I've been a professional astrologer for 18 years, and like when's the moon? When we were going over the conference, me and Mama Ayana, I was like, Mama, we're gonna do the conference, but I had to tell her about Mercury retrograde. And I was like, this is some of the challenges we're going to face. And she was like, let's go. We're going to do it. And we did it. And so, yeah, Jerry's amazing, man. I don't mean to get off track right there with the astrology, but the 5-MeO, he's coming in at 7. I think it's going to be Jerry at 7. And I'm trying to get Paul Stamets at 7:30. So nobody has to move out of their seat. Like, you're going to be stuck right there. You're going to be like, what? 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 Yeah. And we got martial arts and dance. We got some singing bowls going on. Like, this is the thing, too. When you hear the drums, go to where the drums are. That's all we're going to tell you. When you hear the drums, migrate to the drums. Because these martial arts, as Kalinde has said several times, has come out of the mushrooms. But a lot of African martial arts is to the drums. And so we will have some surprises. That's all we're going to tell you is when you hear the drums, migrate to the drums. Just follow the beat. Really, that's the intention all weekend. Follow the beat and you'll be fine. Just if you follow the beat, it's just like in life. Just follow the beat. We're going to let you go down this rabbit hole. But we won't be like doing ceremony. I just want to just throw that in there. But we won't be doing any 5, 10, no gram ceremonies. We're doing 0 gram ceremonies at the church. Okay, just want to put that out there for those folks that are watching.
anyone else we might want to appeal to try to get in on this conference that, seems like a long shot. We have them at ear's reach right now. So
Mama Ayana, who you want to see here?
she's muted.
Oh, wait. Take off mute. Say it again.
Oh, okay. I said, how about that P-Funk? That
George.
sweet, nasty P-Funk?
The sweet, nasty P-Funk.
George Clinton, where you at? He's got to be online somewhere.
Somewhere.
Someone knows him.
We hope he falls up in there with us, because he actually is absolutely the great grandfather of the movement, no doubt.
Yes, that is okay. So I tell you what, this is what we could do if we get a couple hundred people to go to his Instagram and start asking him, is he going to be at the psychedelic conference?
There you go.
If we just go to his Instagram, somebody's going to and start inboxing him, start sending him messages. Are you coming? Let me see. I'll do it right now.
There
Look,
you
I already said, how do we book you for the show? Can you come to the George Psychedelic Conference?
That's excellent. Okay, so I got a big list of stuff to keep on track with too. So let's see. So we got, I know that you want to talk about the structure of day 2 and day 3. Is there anything special you want to continue on that? Do we have kind of a full idea? Oh, is there a lunch break? How about that? Is there like a time to break and take lunch, or how's the kind of the flow going to go?
So I met with my food vendor today, and he met with my approval. So the way we're planning to serve everybody is that it won't be a break, like say 2 to 3:30 for lunch. You'll just be able to access the food vendor, get yourself a plate, something to drink, munch on, take it to your various stations where you're at, your rooms, and just chill like that. And if you decide that you just want to maybe take it outside and not do a room at that time, that's fine too. There will be we're trying to make 30-minute breaks in between each lecture or workshop so that you can support your vendors and you can grab something to eat. But we know that at lunchtime, things can get kind of thrown off. So you're more than welcome to bring your plate to wherever you're at inside of the building and do it like that. But the food vendors, there will be vegetarian, there will be vegan, and then of course there will be the regular cuisine.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for that information. That one I almost slipped. Josie or Delara, if you have access to the notes, is there something that we could that seems of value to move into right away? And maybe we could go back to Acacia if she's still with us. I just, just maybe tell us what you're most excited about the conference while we kind of pull up some steering questions.
Well, I am definitely really excited about meeting everyone and sharing more information. I think that this is a really great opportunity for us to merge consciousnesses and put our heads together and share our individual experiences and lessons and I guess you could say our journey towards moving out of the human into the unimaginable. Definitely something I'm looking forward to. I did speak with David Gaskins from the Native American Church, Isla del Tortuga, Turtle Island chapter. And he did mention that he will be sending an audio clip from the Sacred Mountain. He's at the Aztec Sundance with the indigenous chiefs of Mexico right now as a treaty walker. And the Native American Church definitely is aware of the conference and is definitely excited about the conference. And anybody who wants more information, we will have more information available at the conference. I'm definitely looking forward to being able to share more information about, I guess you could say, above the 5 dried grams experience and my personal talk, but also I'm really looking forward to hearing all the other speakers and learning from all the other wonderful individuals who are going to be coming through and sharing information.
I'm also really excited to make connections, see you guys, actually get to meet you and see you face to face and get off this damn computer screen. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
of it. So to have something real to do and to be hanging with the realest folk that, are out there assembling, it's just, that's what I'm excited about. Delara, Josie, you want to chime in?
Sorry, let me unmute myself. Yeah, I have a few questions. Like, I'm wondering if maybe everyone who is planning on speaking at the conference wants to share their specific time that they're speaking at. Just here. And then also, I know that everyone, or like we were talking about how there's going to be like sometimes 4 different breakout rooms going on and then reconvening again for like one big like either panel or speaker. So I'm wondering if there's going to be like a schedule handed out to the people who are part of the conference so they get kind of like a map of things, how that's going to run and stuff. Yeah.
She has just put me all on the spot right there. Thank you so much. So they call me air traffic controller, and I have a dry erase board that you just saw me bring it over. And it is under construction, like it's on there, but like now we're squeezing people in and I got times moving. So basically here we go. Thursday, 6 to, yes, I'll just show it to you. But this is like super tentative. This is like super tentative. Y'all want to come all backstage, don't you? I guess that's what when you're dealing with the.
Well, what we want to do is create this bright picture of what's happening in Detroit, so everybody knows about it. Because quite a few people I know still haven't really even heard about it. And right. Many of the people that do get informed about it are asking me, how do they get involved, or can they help, or can they get there, and if I can put them up or share space with them and all that. So people, once they're hearing about this, have been super excited, and this is all about, letting people know what they're in for.
So the biggest way is come to the page and drop your name, email address, and phone number, and I'll be sending out SMS text messages to everyone like starting Monday. So if you just come and you want to be like, I need a schedule, I need this, fill this out. As it says, this way I'll be able to text all the top secret and behind the scenes info to the conference. So fill this out, and then I should have this schedule done by tonight. So Thursday, we're doors open at 7, and we're kind of meet and greet, and then around 8:30 we'll come and bring everybody together for the icebreaker, introduction, and intentions. No, the Oakland Decrim panel will not be on Thursday, so let's just move that on out of the way. There we go. See there, we're doing this live and direct like my city.
Exactly.
Discussion and poetry. I think Jason will be doing the poetry. Okay, I'm not sure. But that's what I heard was Jason was doing some poetry. I'm just joking. Then Friday, doors open at 2. We're starting at 3:30 with Darren Lebaron on the main stage. And then it's going to go main stage and then the breakout rooms. So Spirit Traveler, myself, Amsu Bay L. Then at 6:30 to 7:30, KT the Arts Degree. Then 8 o'clock, Peter Andreas is going to be zooming in on the main stage. 9 o'clock, Baba Mudu is going to be coming on the main stage. Mudu's going to be doing an hour. I probably will put somebody behind Peter because he says he only wants to do 30 minutes. So there's going to be another speaker right here around 8:30. I also think I have Kevin at 6 o'clock. Kevin from Spore is going to be right in here at 6. And then Saturday, doors open at 9. 9:30, we're going to be remembering Baba Kalinde. 10 o'clock, we're having a breakout. So Julie Barron is going to be doing psychedelic therapy and community building. We don't know which room yet. Jason and Tim are going to have the grow class. Acacia is going to come in at 11:30. She's doing subatomic particle research and exploration in the hyperdimensional realms, sacred systems of activating ancient DNA and expanding quantum awareness. You do not want to miss that, because I'm not going to say it twice like when I introduce her. Then at 1 o'clock, Abdul the Beantown Shaman is breaking out. Sophia Bugs. I got Tim. He's bringing me his title tonight. Kevin is not going to be on stage at 2:30. This is where the Decrim Nature is going to be at 2:30, and then 4 o'clock. I think I'm going to be in a breakout room. This is kind of scheduled to change. But in the back of the church, we will show people like where there's going to be like when you come in the gym, there's a big board on the side of both doors. So when you come in the you just come in the gym and turn left or right, and it'll be like, here's where the person is. But when you register, you're going to get a program that's going to tell you where everybody's at, because we're going to print on Monday, so we'll have everything done by Sunday. So everything's going to be in a program. And Mama Ayana, so sharp, she said, well, we just scan a QR code. So there's going to be a QR code when you get to the door that you can just scan the QR code and you'll get the whole PDF of the entire program and the schedule of where you are. So y'all like that? Oh, wait a minute. Josie, you like that?
Yep. Go ahead.
Do you see the chat?
Hell yes, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is so smart.
Oh yeah.
That was Mama.
Do you see the chat? The chat?
Go ahead and announce it, Acacia.
Onyx Ashanti went ahead and said he's available. I made a second attempt at contact, and I sent him the link to this live so that if he's available, he can join us.
There we go. It's working. So excelente. It's all coming together. Josie, are you content? You guys got a follow up?
I have another question. Oh wait, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I understand that it's a working schedule, and we are excited once that kind of gets more finalized. We are excited to put that out to everybody that we know and support this thing. This is amazing what you guys are doing. Just glad to be a small part of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely want to echo what Josie said. And we've been doing a lot of talking about like all of the different facets and moving parts of the conference. I'm wondering if there's going to be like a post-conference like gathering for people each day, or kind of like after the conference, what are the vibes going to be? Are like people just going to be recharging and then meeting up together in the next day? Or yeah.
I'm going to put this right here. There is a limited space for those who may be coming in and don't have anywhere to stay. We're opening up the venue because it's that large to where people can come and stay overnight at the venue. Again, limited space because we kind of need to know who would want to do that. And that's if you want to rough it, meaning that you would bring a sleeping bag and a pillow, washcloth and soap, must not forget that. And there will be facilities where you can handle that business. But yeah, there definitely will be opportunities to hang out and continue the meet and greet aspect of the conference. So if you need a place to stay, there's places there inside of the venue. Let us know and we can make that happen for you. And Ankara never came back. What's going on with that? Because
he came back for a split second, and then
he did.
Wi-Fi went out. But he does. So this is something he just made. So he's having. Let me share the screen. So this is Saturday night. We definitely wanted him. This is one of the vibes that's going down. Is he's having a psilocybin sound immersion. He told me yesterday he just rented like the dopest 3-story Airbnb. It's gonna be chocolate. I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be like some infused chocolate and the sound bowls. And this is gonna be Saturday night, and he only has room for 12. Well, if you count me, he only has room for 11. But I told him I'll sit in the corner because I'm not missing this. And yes, the psilocybin sound immersion. It's going to be crazy. So this is one of the vibes, but this is not going to be on the church ground. This is something that he's doing himself. So one of the speakers, Ankan Karu, is having the psilocybin sound immersion. I'm absolutely certain that with the networking, what I would suggest that people do is go over and get the address for the church and just type that address into, take the address and just type it into Airbnb and then just see what's close to the church. That's what I would do, because you never know, man. There's gonna be a lot of psychonauts in the building. And let's just say somebody was coming in on the 6th of August, checking out on the 9th. Then I would just, it's going to tell you like where the church is at and then all the spaces around the church. And all of this is like really close. You see, this is only like 3 blocks. So I would just like, yo, my buddy's going, here's something for $75 a night, something for $89 a night. 3 people could go in. But I would definitely get in contact with Ankara, because I think that you're able to stay there like Friday and Saturday, but I'm not sure. So, I mean, I wish he was on here so he could like answer those questions, but I'm going to, when I post on the website, you'll be able to just get in contact with him directly and see what's happening. So that's one of the vibes. And then if y'all are having something, let me know.
Some of the baddest brothers and sisters will be providing security. The Tamarian Martial Arts Institute will be your security guides throughout the next 3 days at the conference. So just, know that you are safe and well protected by these guys. Okay.
That's right. I want to just remind everybody again, we've been talking a good while. I'm sure people are just tuning in and seeing us again now. This is a Detroit Psychedelic Conference. We're talking about all the things that are happening, and this is happening to honor Kalindi Iyi, who passed away this year. And so I just wanted to bring everybody back and that's what's going on, with this conference. And I noticed Ankh he rejoined the call and then he dropped.
No.
Okay.
Here he comes.
Here he's back. So did we want to set him up?
Yes, quickly. What do you got? Tell him about the sound immersion.
Okay, yeah. So Saturday evening, we're going to be holding a special private event for those who want to do a deeper exploration, and this will be as you see here, psilocybin sound immersion. So people will get to experience a sound alchemist and sound healing. Will be setting intentions in the ceremony as well. And we'll be going deep, offering a portal space. We'll be at a private location, and folks are welcome to come and stay there for the evening. It'll be happening just after the event on Saturday night. So, folks that are coming out for the event are welcome to get signed up for that. It is a separate event, so there's a different price on that, but it will be available. It's very small. There's only room for about 10 to 12 people. So I would recommend, if this is something that, calls to you, that you go ahead and get your deposits in and get lined up, because these seats are going to be filling up real quick. And it's going to be really, there's no other experience like this out there with the psilocybin and the sound healing. So it'll be a very special and a rare occasion, that we're putting on. And we'll also be there'll be up to 5 grams available for those who'd like to dive in with us.
Thank you for that. So some people from the chat are asking to name the church. That is Bushnell Congregational Church in Detroit, Michigan, on Southfield Freeway. 15,000 Southfield Freeway, Detroit, Michigan, 48223. Can you pull up those pictures of the church? Do you have those handy? It's a great, huge church. There's going to be things happening in tons of room. We're trying to manifest a crowd of about 200 to 300 people into this church. And wherever you're watching this, you need to become part of this. If you want to be part of the psychedelic community, it is about being in person. My group, Portland Psychedelic Society, we do virtual meetings like we're doing today, about 15, 20 of these a month. I'm ready to meet. So I'm ready to see people moving. I'm ready to see shoulders and arms and elbows and all kinds of things I have not seen in months. So,
and I need hugs. I need lots and lots of hugs. Okay, so I'm expecting that from you all.
absolutely, we need contact. So, okay, here's the church.
Also, everyone, real quick, I want to do remind everyone that the conference T-shirts will be available at the event. There will be $35. The donation online, if you choose to purchase, will be an additional.
T-shirts for $35. We're gonna have those soon too. I don't know what happened with the reverb, but yeah. So yeah, T-shirts are gonna be $35. They're gonna be available. Oops. So all of the is open for tents. So in this entire thing, is that my reverb? I don't know. I hope not. But yeah, so all of this, the Bushnell Church, you can set up a tent here, white tent with a table under it, or you can set up a tent that you just want to just lay back and relax. It's available. We have all the parking will be over here. And we've got all of this space. It's just crazy.
Excellent. And then somebody else has been asking about volunteers, and I know that there are a tremendous amount of volunteer needs probably still. I know we've got a multimedia team shaping up, but we're definitely still looking for writers. People people are writers, digital creators, big channels who want to come in and cover the event.
We want Joe Rogan too, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next? Let's go get Joe Rogan. I don't know whether he's bigger on Twitter.
Twitter, I think. Yeah, I'll go get Joe Rogan. Hey, Joe, you take the DMT. Come talk to us about it at the Detroit Psychedelic Society Conference 2020. Who else?
Dennis McKenna says he's busy that weekend. I think that's enough big boys. If we get Joe Rogan, Paul Stamets, Mike Tyson, and George Clinton, and Mama Ayana, I think we're going to be good.
Like YouTube journalist type people who are going to come and cover the conference and document it, put it out on their channel as something cool, like a little episode about it or something that really gets it out there and creates interest where we're not creating the interest, to a different type. So
are there any, I just want to pop in here real quick. Are there any psychedelic podcasters that we can reach out to and invite them down to do a couple of podcast episodes with all the speakers? I mean, we would love to do some in the future with you guys, but just to make use of that time and go down and get some hugs in person. I want one.
So yes, we got big hugs everywhere, but we will have a press room too. So thank you. I forgot about that, Jason. We will have a press room where this is just like y'all stuff. Don't drink all the wine too fast, but we will try to have some wine and cheese in there for the press, some sodas and things, water, where if you need to get a speaker in there and get some privacy or interview, or you want to set up something 15, 20 minutes with them in the room, that like between sessions, by all means, please do that. Spirit Traveler just came on, and I think Dooley was trying to get on as well.
I did see Dooley join, but not there now. Spirit Traveler is there. Hello, Spirit Traveler. Would you like to introduce yourself to the live stream?
Yes, peace. This is Spirit Traveler. Please pardon me for my tardiness and my inability to navigate on internet. But I'm here. So please pardon me. I don't know if there's anything else you need to know.
Tell us about what you're talking about.
Birthday? No. I'm a Cancer water sign. I don't know what happened, but I'm here. Please pardon my.
Well, on that note, we were talking about hugs, so you came right on the right time.
Yeah, I love me some hugs now.
So yeah, we were just calling out to podcasters, maybe Psychedelic Today or Psychedelic Salon or Big Psychedelic Podcast that might want to come and cover the event, interview people after they come off stage, and just really make a nice piece about the event. Things like that, hit us up. I also understand that all the audio and video needs as far as like microphones for the stage might not be met yet.
Oh, we got that covered. But Spirit Traveler, tell us what you are bringing. Why are you excited about the conference and what you're going to be speaking about?
Well, first of all, I'm excited about the conference because of my love for Baba Kalindi and Mama Ayana. If it were not for them, I don't know where I would be right now, truly. I'm excited also because I am coming to be a witness bearer of the great work of Baba Kalindi and Mama Ayana and the Yee family. I'm also coming to bear witness to my personal life transformation because of my journey with Entheogens and sharing with the community the importance of sacred medicines, having intention and honoring not only the medicine, but the ceremony. It is so critical because a lot of times when we do what we call sacred medicine, others use it as a form of social gathering and just chilling and having a blast. But I'm here to share the importance and the significance and the power of the medicine, the ceremony, and learning the sacredness of the plant and how to apply it once you go in and bring back information, along with a few other things. But yes, that's it, pretty much. But definitely bringing honor to Baba Kalindi and truly being a witness bearer to how my life has transformed since I have been introduced to the sacred medicine. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you for joining the call. Josie, Josie might be keeping us on track. Do you have another note maybe to lead the discussion?
Sorry.
Okay. After party. Here's a good one. Is there any after parties or anything going on after the talking is done? I saw the spiritual immersion, but that's limited.
I think that's going to happen organically. That's what I really doubt we're going to have this much sexiness and power and high energy and teaching. There's going to be one or two opportunists in the building that are going to say, I got an Airbnb. Somebody's going to have around the corner and going to be like, come on over. And plus, maybe like Baba Kalinde said, you got to leave room for the universe to work. You know what I mean? Like if we just have too many details and stuff like that, and we want it to be, if it is an after party, we want it to be discussed in the party. We don't want it to be discussed like y'all got to come to get inside to hear about the after party. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be an after party.
Gotcha. Just didn't know if there was any going to be some planned music or just, you know, it sounds like the whole day is going to be a celebration and fellowship and information. And so let's talk then. There was one more. Oh, okay. How about the main thing I've been hearing from people other than how much they want to get there is if there are any opportunities for students, veterans, LGBTQ, people of less privilege, if there's anything, any discounts or ways that they can still come and take place.
I know in the past that Baba did have a student price, and but basically that's all I knew about was a student price. Senior citizen price, well, we hadn't really looked into that, but that's something at this late date we might have to take a look at, because we want you there, you know, from 18 to 85, come on through. So can y'all hear me okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're crystal clear.
Okay. So yeah, that is something that we'll definitely put on the table between this evening and tomorrow as to whether those type of discounts will be offered. I also want to just kind of side note here that the Palantir will be at the conference. If you all are familiar with the giant crystal ball that Baba Kalindi acquired here recently, and it will be there, and that's where you will use your transdimensional crystals to actually access the information inside of this crystal ball when you do decide to partake of the energy. And you'll be able to do that. You know, we'll be taking appointments for those who want to actually take, you know, a journey through a high dose with the Palantir. So it will be at the facility.
For viewing, like it's not. We want to be clear. It's going to be there for you to view, but it's not going to be there for you to take a dose of mushrooms and then sit down and go on a journey. No.
Well, you know, we know that the intelligent people know that. So,
but it's some other people.
Welcome to the internet where we do not expect intelligence.
Yeah, I'm talking to the other intelligence that's over there in the corner watching. I'm talking to them for the record.
Like, right, you said I can sit down and take this and do this. Right, you're absolutely right. Yeah, okay. But it will be there. It's an amazing thing.
Yes. Man, that's gonna be.
Well, I feel like we got a pretty complete look. Does anybody else want to share something that maybe they were holding back, waiting for the time, and now would be a good time for somebody to step forth and share some more information?
I did want to ask a question about the flyer. I didn't see where it mentioned the memorial for Baba Kalindi on the flyer. Was that intentional?
Good question, because that I completely just glossed over, and that is the next day there is to be a memorial service, I understand. Is that correct, Ayana?
That is correct. And thank you for bringing that up, as I was going to do so as well, because this will be the last phase of this particular event will be the memorial service held for Baba Kalindi, which will start at 12 noon and will take us into about 4 p.m., 5 p.m. And it's going to be that amazing as we honor our beloved teacher, my fantastic husband, and just a worldwide ultimate galactic warrior. There will be dancers, and there will be drummers, and there will be chants, and there will be spiritual energy as we raise this vibration to celebrate. So now the information, it should be on the flyer, and if not, I'm going to get it out there because I just cannot recollect the name of the park. But if you are at the conference, I just know you're going to be at the that you're going to be at the memorial. I had a guy call me today who said I must change my flight information and tickets so that I can make it to the memorial, and he did so just like that. So we kind of did it this way so that those would not have to make a choice saying that I went to the conference so I won't go to the memorial, or I'm going to the memorial and I won't go to the conference. So yeah, you know, that's going to happen. And we all are welcome. You know, the entire community will be coming out. It would be smart for you to bring a chair because it is outdoors. It's by the water. And so to bring a lawn chair with you or something like that, we'll try to provide a few. But if you have one, you know, that would be awesome to bring, or a blanket, you know, because it's just going to be like that, you know. So, yeah, we hope to see you there.
Thank you. Okay. We have Dooley joining the call. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, peace. What's going on, y'all? It's Brother Dooley. Peace. How's everybody doing? I just learned that y'all was having a meeting. I'm sorry I'm late. I was out here with my kids, my little ones at the park. Little man busted his had a little fall just a little earlier, so I had to stitch him up. You know what I mean? He did it like a warrior. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
We're good. We're good.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a good call. We've been on about an hour and a half.
Right.
We've been pretty much summed up the whole everything we can expect from the Detroit Psychedelic Conference. Would you like to talk about what you're going to be doing with the conference?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that I wanted to talk about, but this time I'm just going to be focusing on spiritual healing from the perspective of the Bufo toad medicine, and also dealing with spiritual battle, dealing with entities, lower the dimensional entities, how you could be able to approach that on a level to be able to shake them bad boys off. Different ways to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be approaching that more into detail along the lines of certain things that we could do, along the lines of approaching that on a level of warriorship. And I kind of go with the flow. Anybody that knows me, I
Right.
go with the flow. So it's like
Yes.
whatever spirit calls me at that moment, that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. It's good to have you on this call. It'd be good to meet you. I'm gonna.
And I don't know everybody in here, so who's who, yo?
Okay,
So I don't even think I met you, brother. Yeah, what's your name, man, and what's going on? I don't know everybody in the building, so I'm just trying to say what's up.
Excellent. So what's up? I'm Jason. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I'm part of a psychedelic society here. Josie and Delara are
Okay.
volunteers with me in my society here in Portland. Mama Ayana,
Okay.
I'm aware you are aware of her, I bet. Spirit Traveler and Magicianal Explorer are going to be speaking at the conference. Ankara also speaking at the conference. And then Oyi is here as well.
Okay. Ankara, what up, man? What up, Spirit Traveler? What up? What up? What up?
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
you,
what's going on? Magical Explorer in the house. Mama Ayana in the house.
Peace, baby. Peace.
Excellent. So yeah, we were just wrapping up because we've been in it about 90 minutes, and I think we got a pretty good summary of everything. But again, if anybody has one piece that just I was looking at a different direction, this is a good time to share it, and we can end the call too.
Yeah, I'd like to share something real quick, Jason, if you don't mind. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I just wanted to touch basis a little bit about the importance and significance of Detroit and from an indigenous perspective. This is an area of ancient mound builders. The indigenous people of this area created what would be similar to pyramids, earth pyramids. And this is ancient repository where they actually, in addition, buried their elders and ancestors when they transitioned. And so the Detroit is an extremely potent place as far as energetics and magic and what the earth has to offer there. There's a extremely potent vortex in that area, and it's also the place where Martin Luther King made his "I Have a Dream" speech. It's right there, within the city grid. And so, I'm going to be looking at that in depth. And if people wanted to, I was going to do, in our spare time or in leisure time, want to show people around a little bit. There's a Stargate in Detroit, and the town hall there, and there's like a lot of extremely potent and powerful portals in Detroit.
Yes.
And I'm hoping to reveal that a little bit deeper and also learn more myself, because I've only been to Detroit once, and I'm just speaking to the ones who want to come out and feel that potency of not just the community and the medicine and everything, but of the earth and the electromagnetic grids that are all meet in that point in Detroit. And it's also a place where Baba Kalindi talked a lot about the young Adrias, and the meteor strike, and that being the potential of the seeding of these mushrooms on Earth. So there's a lot of things that in that matrix grid in Detroit that are really important, that we're going to be looking at in depth during this event. And so, just wanted to touch on that, and how that will be part of the magic as well. Just the pure potency of the land and what's happening within the earth in Detroit is really powerful. So thank you for giving me a moment to speak into that.
Thank you. No problem. Does anybody else have some stuff to add? I see Oye, you just rejoined us. We were talking about ending up pretty soon, but final, we still have room to talk if you got something more to share.
Oh man, just don't meet me there, beat me there. Like everything's been said. We're going to get Joe Rogan. Onyx says he's available. Acacia made that happen.
Yay!
It's gonna be crazy. I mean, like I'm telling you, it's two people. It's the people that are gonna be here. It's gonna be people who didn't come, who are gonna be sick because they didn't come. You're not gonna be sick from COVID. You're gonna be like, no, they did what? They did what? It's gonna be a lot of people in Portland not liking Josie anymore. They're gonna be like, Josie, it's December. I'm tired of hearing them. Josie's gonna be like, listen, I told you to come. You could have just wrote 3 blogs. All you had to do is just cover 3 blogs. What you mean? What'd you do that weekend? I didn't even do anything, Josie. And Josie gonna be like, well, stop asking. I'm gonna tell you, I did this. Me and I were doing this. No, don't tell me anymore. There's only 2 types of people. People who coming and people who wish they could come. That's it. Hopefully you're in the first group.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I would like to. I
Go
just
ahead.
wanted to share. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but the reason why we're doing this is because of Baba Kalindi, and I know that we're still in our spaces of processing his departure and trying to work around it, especially if we're dealing emotionally with his absence. But I believe that if we get some type of information on that flyer, it will be one of the greatest drawing points for the conference that would bring in people that would normally not even come. And I just didn't see it on the flyer. I don't know if it was an oversight or not, but just tying both of them in. If it were not for him, we wouldn't even be having this conference in Detroit in the way that we're having it. And I am very passionate about making sure that is at the forefront of what we're doing and why we're doing what we're doing here, because his mission was to inform the world about the sacred, important, impactful, and powerful necessity for us to have these entheogens. And I just don't want it to get brushed aside. Not that it will get brushed aside, but tying it in will draw the greater crowd that we're looking for. That's just my concern.
Yeah, that right here is the graphic, and that looks like what that should be the headline right here, and then the conference is in association with, but that is the headline. This one. Ayana,
Okay.
you're muted.
My whole screen is locked. I don't even understand.
You're unmuted now. We got you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I wanted to interject in reference to the memorial information. The family, the EE family, we just finalized all of the details this past Sunday. So we didn't want to put it out there just, until everything was finalized with the permits for the park and, all of the things that we had to do. So now that it has been, we're going to push it full force. So it wasn't a time to put it on the flyer just then. Just wanted to let you all know.
I got it.
But you will be able to see that information for the next 2 weeks coming up.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. Again, that was another purpose for this call. There's just, get all that information out so everybody knows where we're at where we're at. That's all they care about. You know, what are we going to expect?
Right.
We got so much of that out on the call. Anything else that, you want to add, Oye?
Did Dooley come in and introduce himself while I was having the internet brain Mercury retrograde? Okay. I'm just saying, but it's all good. Nah, man, I just really want to chime in on what Spirit Traveler said. Without Baba, his vision, his him navigating like he's has been navigating and kicking the door open for us. It's just like this is an ideal whose time has come. It's always been time, but like right now, his students and his friends coming together to not just commemorate him, but to continue to explore, tell stories. Like I could do it live like at any time and just start talking about Baba stories. But I go to listen for Baba stories because I'm like new to the game. But man, just his body of work. One thing that Ramasu said the other day was, if you got to Baba's class, you had already chosen to be there 7 years before. And so I'm thinking about just like how I physically didn't meet Baba until 2018, but I was there was a teacher who was teaching his a portion of his martial arts style in 2003. So that was when I had first. It was the movement and energy of Baba Kalinde in 2003, and then it took me 15 years to actually like be sitting there talking to him, and it just went straight up like a rocket from there. There wasn't a lot of gradual, and so we also have tons of podcasts that we did. He did 13 podcasts with us last year. That's 3 hours a piece times 13. That's 39 hours of 39 hours of content that everybody, if you want to really get into the spirit, like you should really like start, just go over of course I can share the screen real quick and just start scrolling through which one is it? Oh, I found something too about the top 10 psychedelic podcasts you must follow in 2020. I found that. So if we can get anybody to reach out to Psychedelic Salon, Mycadelic, Psychedelics Today, The Third Wave, Psychotropic, Back from Abyss, The Entheogenic Evolution, Ghost Nation Podcast, The Psychonauts, and Psychedelic Renaissance Podcast. And if you're number 11 on this list and number 12, we want to invite you too. But those 13 podcasts I've been just listening to over and over. So Psilocybin, Should You Grow Your Own? That was about the grow class that we had in Atlanta. Then we had Transdimensional Travel, The Search for the Magic Crystal. If you do not know what the Plantier is or the Palantir Stone that will be on display, listen to episode 11. So really you can just type in Kalinde Iyi episode 11 and you're going to get that one. Becoming an Ancestor. This one had all kind of jewels in it. Like it's almost like Kalinde speaking from beyond in this one about an ancestor. Artificial Intelligence, Organic Singularity. This is probably my favorite right now. If you've seen the movie Alita, you need to listen to this. Like a lot of things he's saying, even in this, in the whole Wayfair thing and the sex trafficking thing, it was like, I don't want to say Baba was a prophet, but for sure he was a visionary. And if he told you something, best believe, who knows where he got his information from, but like some of the things he's saying in here is going on like today. Infinity War, Star Trek, and Hollywood, Fact or Fiction. This one is bananas. The Younger Dryas. If you've never heard, Kalinde really was talking about the clock resetting and going back before there was time. So the Younger Dryas story, he really covers that. 2 hours and 57 minutes. A lot of y'all gonna like this one. Sex, relationships, tantra, and the importance of spiritual houses. I think in the first episode, someone had asked about tantra. And Baba was like, yeah, you and your partner do 25 grams and just going out there. So he really got more into that on this episode. Just type in Kalinde Iyi Tantra and we got something for you. So please, if this is your first time in the psychedelic community and you say, man, I wish I could have met Kalinde, you can right over here. The Metu Netter, being a spiritual warrior, The Sovereign, The Matrix, and then it all started with the story of the magic mushroom, who, what, when, where, and how. And he just like went just deep into this one. So yes, this is over at blogtalkradio.com/Khayr.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to get into some of that. I want to listen to some of that about becoming an ancestor. I was sharing with the podcast team. We had a little meeting right before this meeting, and we had found a quote from Kalindi out of our conference that says, Kalindi says, with psilocybin, you die all of the time, but your physical body doesn't die. That's the one thing I brought back with psychedelic mushrooms. The only thing that can't be done in all of space and time, ultra dimensions, different worlds and universes, all of the galaxy is die. So, Kalindi, out of his own words on our stage, we heard that. And then to look back and start to edit this podcast and do these events, to hear that, it was just like, Kalindi has ascended. Kalindi has became an ancestor. Kalindi is not dead. Kalindi did not die. Kalindi has now a legacy. Now he's a legend. Kalindi is now bigger than ever. So I can't wait to honor him and be at that memorial service and be part of it. I hope everybody who sees this stream wants to be part of it. You got to get your ticket at thekinetwork.com. That's where it's available. Be part of this. Tell your friends. Get there. It's the only thing happening. You're not going to miss something else. So August 6th, 7th, 8th, and the memorial on the 9th, Detroit, Michigan. We will start putting this out into words and images and stuff to make it easier for you to digest soon. But this was the call to just start getting all that information out of Mother Ayana and Brother Oyi-san, and getting all of the speakers on here to tell you what they're about so you could see it from their own mouth. And now we will put our team to work and get some articles out there and stuff for you guys.
Hey, Jason, can you hear me okay? I'm going to try again. There will be conference T-shirts available for $35. Yep, and the additional price online if they want to get them at the kinetwork.com.
Okay, so they're $35 at the conference, but more if you buy online. Excellent. Yeah, I'm getting crazy feedback from you. Sorry about that. Yeah, awesome. And then if you can't make the conference, if you can't be there for safety concerns, if you can't be there because you got something else going on, I'm going to do my best to record it and get it out to you, but it's going to take some time. We really got no plan for editing and where it's going next, but we're going to get it documented tight as hell. And so if you want to see this and be part of it, you got to get there. And so, it's a small cost to bear. It's like, 1/8 of a Trump check to get there and get in and everything else. So, come show some support. If you can't make it, we're taking Bitcoin. So, buy a ticket, send a little bit. If you can't send 200, send $25. It's going to go a long way to this cause. And if everybody who couldn't do that could just send a little crumb, we're going to have a lot to work with in Detroit. So thank you very much. And that's all I've got to say. If somebody else wants to sign us off.
I had one last question about the vendors. I didn't know if that was mentioned.
Yeah, we talked about the vendors earlier.
Okay, well, I'll get that later. Thank you.
No problem.
Ayana, you were muted again.
I'm muted.
Yes, go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for this. This is exactly what we needed to just get out for folks to see, hear, understand, and feel. That's what I want to get across. Is the feeling of what this is really all about. The magic, the feeling, and Ahati Kalindi Iyi. Absolutely. So see you all soon.
It's powerful.
All right. I hope to be checking you guys all in on August 6th. We can sign off from here. Spend PPS. Check out my society. Society.org. Do chat like this all the time, or you can become part of it and have a discussion with us. Go to. I'm getting some feedback. Sorry. Go to Portland Psychedelic Society on Google and look for us on Meetup. That's where all our real information is. But we have like 15 to 20 events throughout the month where you can get on a Zoom call like this with us and chat. There it is. That's what it looks like. So if you click, go ahead, scroll down a little bit. You're good. I don't know why it's showing the 23rd, but book club with Dr. Rick Strassman coming up here on Sunday at 4 p.m. That would be an awesome one to jump on. You can meet the doctor who did the government-funded research on DMT in the 90s. He's going to be joining that call, so we could meet him. The 30th is Creativity Night. That's just people doing a show and tell. Share your screen, show us what you're working on, play us a song. Nootropics, Smart Drugs, that's a person who's going to come and share their journals and get real deep into how they've been combining their microdoses with different supplements and vitamins to get different kinds of effects out of it. And they have real accurate notes, and it's backed up by scientific research journals. We also have there the Community Integration Circle, which happens twice a month, which is just an open call. Come on in, introduce yourself, say hello, and we got a community here for you. So that's a little bit of what we're doing. I could sit here and talk another 2 hours about what we're doing. So I appreciate you letting me shout out that much, and I'll see you guys all soon.
All right. See y'all later. See y'all in Detroit. Peace.